everyone for being here. So I'm gonna do a bell. I've had this in my stash and I've been looking at it. I somewhat started it last year and by the end, I was just done. So I'm like, you know what? We are gonna finish this up today. So this I got, I believe, Target Dollar Spot. I'm quite positive it was $5. You know how they have some of their items that are not the dollar, but $3 or $5. This bell came from there last year, and I had a laundry bin in my storage side that has some Christmas decor that was started or in there that needs to get done. So I need to start crack-a-lacking on those items for Christmas. Good morning, everyone. So this was bright white, and all I've done, I gave it one more coat of my plaster and cashew because there's a little scuffs on it from last year. So instead of fussing with that, I just kind of redid my same plaster and cashew cream, as Bonnie reminded me. I forgot the name of that on Saturday, so thank you. I appreciate everyone. When you hit that live button, you know all the names, right? And then you hit it and you're like, the words aren't coming to me today. So what I was thinking of doing, there are some ridges. You can see on here, some rings on here. Good morning, Stacy. Thank you, everyone. I think I'm going to decoupage because my tree, I'm transitioning to a black and cream, go figure, tree. So I'm thinking of hanging this inside of my Christmas tree. And I still have this little portion of the French script napkin. And I'm thinking of doing these two middle sections to decoupage with that napkin. And I might, just to anchor it, do a solid black at the top here, put a bow on, and I was messing around with doing squares on the bottom, but I think my squares are a little bit still too big. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut each square down. Right now I have 8 segments all the way around. You wanna make sure you have an even number so that you can do black, white, black, white, black, white, or any color. If you wanna do green and white for Christmas, or you wanna do red and white, would be perfect. Your tree is gold, silver, and cream. I bet that is a gorgeous, that is right up my style, Stacy. I bet that is a gorgeous tree. So I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna draw one more line all the way down. So basically dividing each of those segments. So we are gonna go from 8 to 16. We're just gonna black every other one. And you could use a ruler if you want. I'm just gonna eyeball it, and you could line it up because you don't want your lines. I just put brown paper in here to hold my, whatever that thing is called that's inside your bell, to keep it from clanging around. Thank you, Bonnie. So you could take your ruler or any straight edge that you got and kind of tuck it on that rim so that you'll have it straight going up. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Sometimes that works best for me. So I'm just gonna look in the middle. So I've got that square right there. I'm just gonna draw a straight line all the way down. And I think that size is gonna be better, than doing the big squares all the way around. So let me know in the comments what you guys got going on today, and let me know who you are. Who has started decorating already? It's called the clapper. Is that what it's called? The clapper? I never would have known. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So I put the brown paper inside to keep the clapper from clanging. All right. So I'm just going to go straight down all the way around. Easy peasy. And I have one little mark. Where's my eraser? You could use your eraser. I had a little smudge. I think my finger smudged the pencil. So when you get done with all of your painting, you do want to go through and erase any pencil marks. Just right in the middle. And I don't think, I'm going to move that over a bit. just a smidge. It was off a bit and it would have drove me bonkers. So now we have those all the way around. I'm gonna see if I have a mark in one of them. And there's some smudges in that one. I'm just gonna designate that as my black, so then I don't have to erase anything. And if my calculations are correct, it should meet up perfectly, as long as you have your even numbers all the way around. If not, then I gotta fudge something. And we lined right back up. So now I'm just gonna come in with my black, get that all done. I'm gonna do my painting first. And my rationale before doing that decoupage with the napkin on that midsection is because the paint, if it touches that napkin, you know when something wet touches that dry napkin, it will just spread and smear. Do we have Pamela in here? Good morning, Pamela. Thank you, guys. Starting your week out with me. Already got my dinner going in. It's a one-pot meal today, you guys. You guys have been here before. I like a one-pot. It's not an Instapot today. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cincinnati chili or Skyline chili. Since I was booking my hotel in Indy, that's where they have it, is down there. Cincinnati is, I think, the main name for it. Or is it Skyline? And it's in Cincinnati. I don't know. But you can get it all over, I think it's in Ohio and Indiana. So booking that hotel, I was getting a craving for that. So that's what I got going on, and it's gonna be slow cooking all day. So when I get done up here, down here, and go upstairs, the house is gonna smell yummy. So, and we'll put that over spaghetti noodles. You could put it over a hot dog. You know, there's all, if you've ever had it, many ways. I think they call it a 3-in-1. If you do the chili, cheese, onions. I don't know if there's one other thing that goes on, but it's yummy if you've never had it. All right, so let's get our black going. I'm just using my lamp black. Like I said, you could do any color, but you guys know it's gonna be black and white. I've done a few other colors, but this is what it's gonna be for me. I love it. To me, it's classic, but just know that you could do any color that you want. If you do go light, because I've done pink before, a couple of variations of pink from light to dark, and just know if you do a light color, your pencil's going to show through. So you will either have to go really light with your pencil, which sometimes that's hard on my eyeballs to see that really light one. Making chicken noodle soup, you know, in this weather. It is in the 50s today. I was shocked here in Michigan. But soup, I am all for soup on a dreary, it's rainy here today. It's supposed to be 80% rain, but I think it's stopped for right now. And I prefer, when you got dinner happening at 4 different times, I prefer one pot and less cleanup. And then you can keep it warm for the straggling, rolling dinner hours. And we're just gonna do that all the way around. Chicken noodle soup sounds good. All right, so who has, confess if that's you, who started decorating? I know there's someone out there that started with their decorations. I know that my husband was cooking a chicken yesterday. And I was doing other chores around the house. I brought down from outside all the Halloween decorations, was getting all that stuff put away. And by put away, I put it all on the front porch, came in the house, and brought it indoors. So when I get done, I got to take everything that was outside that's laying in my foyer, and I got to put it away. So it's a multi-step process. But I do not put my Christmas up till right after Thanksgiving. But I know there's people out there that like to decorate early, and that is okay. I just, having Christmas decorations up for a month I'm pretty good. I don't think I could last longer. I knew you were going to be the one, Stacy. I knew it. I'm like, I bet Stacy, but I didn't want to say it. I'm like, I bet she's got her tree up already. Appliance repairman just left. Oh, Bonnie. Thought we would repair my oven, but it's going to be $500 to repair. Oh my goodness. At that rate, you'll probably just get a new one, right? To repair, so I think I will be, yes. Oh, right at this time. I mean, no time's ever good. But right at this time when we've got Thanksgiving coming up, I don't know if you're hosting, but that seems to be the time when everything goes, right? Ugh, well, hopefully they have it in stock. Hopefully you can get it. And if you are hosting, you can have it in and all the things done before. I think it was, I don't know if it was Thanksgiving last year. My mom's in the comments, you guys. Liz Barnett, if you see her in there. I think she's still here. Was it Thanksgiving last year or Christmas? We had multiple things go. And the thing that happened was the garbage disposal stopped working. I agree. Your oven, that's the workhorse. You kind of need that. I had my garbage disposal go, which things started backing up. We're washing dishes. The water wasn't going down. It was backing up into my dishwasher. I'm like, oh my gosh. Talk about, that was not fun. That was, ugh. And then after that, it went from garbage disposal to, we needed a dishwasher. Thanksgiving, thanks. See, you know, I thought it was Thanksgiving, but I couldn't remember. But yeah, that was, just keep trugging on. At least we had nearby the laundry sink. If things got too bad, I could have just went over there, but ugh. It always tends to happen. Well, I guess if you weren't using that stuff, you wouldn't have noticed it, right? But it's when you're essential, you're needing those things, you're prepping, you're cooking, yada, 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 all the things, right? That's when it tends to go. So all the way around, we're just square by square, working our way. You could have did bigger if you wanted bigger. All depends on your luck, but I think this one, the smaller squares were going to be what was needed. I originally thought, I knew I was putting the napkin on. Let me get this line a little bit straighter here. I like all my corners to meet up. I was going to put the napkin in the center, and then I thought stripes going up, but I'm thinking that might be, you guys let me know, a little busy. Yeah, that one, you don't realize how much you rely on that garbage disposal and how much it affects everything else when it's not working properly. But I'm thinking if I put stripes up here, it might be a little busy. I got a bow going on, so you're not really going to see 100% of that anyway. So I'm thinking just painting that solid black will kind of tie it all in and ground it. But hello, Debbie Burrows Walker. Thank you for being here. Were you guys able to catch any of the event this weekend? In the Adoria Creations crafting community, Nicole puts on, say it every time, she makes it so easy when she puts on an event, and it's really flawless. Like, she's got everything leading up to it. The hardest part is just narrowing down your project that you're gonna do, and everyone does an amazing, amazing job. So I'm really felt honored being amongst those that I was crafting with. I was like, man, I can't believe I'm crafting with these individuals. Black on top, thank you. That's what I'm thinking. We're gonna highlight with some gold. So hopefully you guys were able to catch that. It was fun. I enjoyed my piece. Everyone did such an amazing job. There were some songs that multiple people picked, but you know what? They were all different in their own way. Yes, Bonnie, it was a good event. And then Nicole rounded it out. Her angel was beautiful. And that was getting me where I am today into the holiday spirit. Like, I don't know if I could do one more pumpkin. I think I'm good. I think I'm ready to at least craft, because I don't put a lick of decorations up until after Thanksgiving. It's just always how I've done it. I don't know why. But my youngest, that's what I was going to tell you. She will, as soon as that Christmas music comes on the radio, she will put that on in her room, on her radio, and have that going all the time. When you're in the car with her, she will flip to that channel, and that will be on starting day one. And we were working around here yesterday, and there was already 2 Christmas movies that was on. The cartoon Grinch movie, and I can't remember the other one because I was in and out, like I said, in and out the house getting Halloween down. I'm like, I cannot even believe it is the very beginning of November and we've already got the Grinch on, and that's going to be on, I feel, daily until Christmas is here. Good morning, Jackie. Have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for being here. So just like that, we worked our way all the way around. Got our last square. And doing it this way, I'm going to paint the top. When I put my Mod Podge on for the napkin, I'm just going to use that as my opportunity to seal the bottom. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so I went a little out of the line there. No worries. I'm just going to take my brush and just make that a little wider. No one's going to know. All the way around. If you're just coming on, this came from Target last year in that front, the Get Me section, where they say it's the dollar spot, but you know, all the things. You're always spending more than $1 when you're in there. The Get Me section. It's kind of like TJ Maxx and Marshall's, that where you line up to go pay, that Get Me, all the items that you didn't think you needed are right there. Thank you, everyone. So we're gonna highlight with some gold. I don't know if I'm gonna put bling. I might do bling to trim out that napkin. We're gonna see how my edges look when I put that on. But I have a couple more, not the exact same, but a couple more variations of bells. I think I'm gonna maybe do them to where they complement each other, but I think I'm gonna stick them in my Christmas tree this year. I thought about a wreath for the front door, so that is an option. If you have some bells that you want to paint, repaint, decoupage, all the things, I could get some elements on this bell. Being here in Michigan, you never know what type of winter we've been blessed the last few. You never know what we're gonna get, and I don't want to have it a decoupaged napkin outside. It is a covered porch, but I think I'm gonna keep it indoors. You take all the time and effort to do this. I don't want it to get messed up. And I just put tape to hold my twine. I'm going to keep that on this piece, and that's just keeping it out of my way so it's not flopping down on my freshly painted spot to then, when I move it, I'm going to smear it. So that tape will be coming off. So what is everyone's plans for the week? Are you starting Christmas shopping? Are you done? Is Stacy done? I bet you're wrapping your gifts already, Stacy. I've just got a few things bought, but nothing is wrapped yet. I have all intentions of starting early and getting things done, and then life happens. You think you got all this time, and then like October comes, and I felt like October was 3 days. It just came in fast and it went out fast. It's like, where did October go? How did I know, Stacy? You'll be the one sitting back relaxing while we're all over here stressing. Good morning, Cynthia. Thank you for being here. All right. I'm just going to wrap that around up on the top. Remember that napkin's going to go in the center. Go figure, it's black and cream for those just coming in. I might add a punch of color with my ribbon. But I won't glue it in case I change my mind. But this was laying right here, and I think it'll work. Just that red and cream ticking. All right, very good. So let's dry that up. This is metal, so it should dry pretty quick. You could have decoupaged first. I didn't trust myself. I don't know if it was this weekend. I think it was my Friday project. I decoupaged first and then put my gold trim on, and it bled right up my napkins. I'm like, nope, not doing that again. I do want to do a little smear. You guys know I like doing that. Just on my squares, it tones it down. So I'm just going to grab a dry brush, wipe it off on my napkin, and I always go to one side, just a little bit, and it's a little heavy. Dry brush a little bit more. Now, there's always a back side to something. If you didn't like that dark and heavy, you can always take your paint and you could repaint that black and then go over it. We'll see how I feel when I work my way right around. But it just tones it down. Let's see if I think I'm going to be fine. Just on 4 of them. I think we're good. What's the chances of that being front and center? I'm not going to stress over it. Not going to worry. You will probably start decorating later in the week. 3 doctor's appointments. Oh my goodness, Bonnie. Well, hopefully your appointments go well. Happy decorating. Thank you, Stacy. Studio, Lydia, Brigitte Design. Thank you, Lydia, for being here. You're not working today, girl? Or are you on a break? Hello, Pat. Thank you for joining us. All right. I'm going to put my gold on. We're going to use this napkin. If you're just coming on, I'm going to decoupage that in that center. But I'm trying to get all of my paint done first, and then I'll decoupage at the end. The gold I'm going to use is my gold oil leaf. You're working, but have to go back. Ooh, an open heart case. Those, when I was in nursing school, I saw one open heart case. Those are long, girl. I don't know if I could do that all the time. Oh, definitely long indeed. All right, so let me grab my brush for my paint, my gold paint. I'm thinking my napkin's going to cover this section. So I think I'm going to do this gold ridge and this ridge gold. And then I've got bling if I need to kind of butt along that. But I'm thinking to break up this section, this one, I'm hoping you're not going to see much. with my napkin on. But I wanted a bigger section of the napkin. Long and hard case, but very satisfying. All right, fantastic. Well, blessings for the patient for a successful surgery as well as the medical team. You know, you guys, patient's in good hands. All right. I'm just gonna try and hold. I try and put my pinky down to stabilize, and it's a round object, so I'm just gonna rotate my object. Is it perfect? No. It's gonna be in a tree. Hopefully no one can see my wobbly lines. Amen, Lydia, that's right. Now, do you do 24 hours? Or are you typically 12 hours and then you got to do an on-call after? My husband does some long hours, and when he does heart cases, he sometimes will be in that case the entire time that he's there. And sometimes his shift is over before it's done. But those 16, 24 hours, those are long shifts. The longest shift I did that I was scheduled for was 12 hours. But sometimes, you know, when someone calls in sick on that next shift and they need someone to work it, sometimes you got to stay over. Right? Yep. All right, this one's kind of hard. My eyeballs are playing tricks on me. This one's kind of hard to see. I'm going to go by feel. And if I go a little wonkadoodle, like that one went up a little bit, I can just grab my black paint and tidy up that edge. But it's hard to see that ridge on that cream. Let's see. I might need, I'm going to go back with my black and tidy that up because I don't like the way my black looks. My gold on that black section. It's just paint, remember, no worries. If it don't look the way you want it, just repaint. Whoops, repaint and start over. Can't tell you how many times I've done that. All right, so the black section where it meets that gold, I'm gonna tidy that up, but I gotta dry my gold, then get some decoupage. I'm gonna seal the whole thing while I'm putting that napkin in. This was a 3-ply napkin. I just separated it, thank you. I've separated it for a prior project, so I'm down to that one piece, that 1 ply. But just so you know, before I came on, that I did remove the back 2 pieces. And this would even be good in and of itself, just like that. But we're gonna add that napkin. So now I'm gonna come back in and just tidy. Just rotate my object right around. And there you'll have your straight edge. Now, if I had a light color I was putting on top, it might take multiple coats to cover that, but this Lamp Black by Decor, it is truly a one and done black. It covers everything. And it goes over gold wonderfully. So if you ever have a little oopsie, just know that your black will cover all of that up, even if it's as deep as that gold. Now, who is hosting Thanksgiving? You might even have some Canadians who already had Thanksgiving in the comments. You know, Bonnie, you're probably having, I'm assuming you're having another Thanksgiving. We did not go. My husband's Canadian, so he went in October to visit his family. We were bogged down with sports. I don't know if we had a meet or we were leading up to a meet, so we did not go. Let me put that off to the side. But we will be hosting this year. Good morning, Barb. Thank you for being here. We're just repainting a Target Dollar Spot bell from last year. I have not even looked to see, do they even have Christmas out yet? I don't even know. I would assume that they're probably starting now that Halloween's over. And I might just rub and buff that ridge. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Thank you, Lydia. You guys are so sweet. Let me put the lid on my gold. When I get this green off that little ring, I think I'm going to paint gold. We will see how much of that you're going to see. So now let me use my other Mod Podge, because I'm down to the bottom. I need to transfer that in here. Thank you, Diane. You can use any transfer medium. I think I'm going with my Mod Podge today. Now, I'm going to cut. I don't want to rip because I want my edges straight. So let me see. I'm going to do a little measuring before I put this on. I should have more than enough. I go right. And if there's a way to finagle it, if you, I want to make sure I get that right, don't have enough to cover top to bottom, that's where your bling will come in. There are ways to hide, but I want it straight because I have the straight edges right around, but where I'm going to leave it ripped is right on the edge. Both sides, because I need to splice those pieces together. I don't know where my water pen is. I might not have much water left in my water pen. So you can just, if you don't have one of these, just grab a paintbrush and stick it, dip it in your water. But this is where I want to splice my napkins together. And I might have to do shorter segments in width because I need it to line up. So I'm going to rip it right here. And that's just because I'm wider at the bottom than I am at the top. So if I piece together smaller sections, in my head, I think it will work much better. Hoping to celebrate with our kids sometimes this month. My youngest son is in the food service industry. Oh, he's busy now. I can't click on, there it is. Yep, oh, he's busy now from now to the new year, I would think, right? You gotta catch those people that work in the food industry when it's probably a weekday. Probably like a Monday, I would think would be the easiest, right? Because their weekends is when they're all working. Try and get all my wrinkles out. And if I've got a few on there, I'm all right with it. I said this on the weekend, or on Friday at least. The older I get, I'm embracing my wrinkles. All right, I do want to trim. I went a little too high on that, and I'm covering my gold. So let's trim that. I went above the script. That makes sense, and I should have went right below it. That's all right. It'll all work out. Oh, perfect. That's exactly how I had it envisioned in my head. All right, let's put another section on, and I might even, that's low, I'm just going to come right over that edge, splice them together. Don't stress over it. Like I said, it's going to be, you could put it in a wreath, you could put it in your tree. Whoops, my bell's falling. All right. Just make sure your edges. I know I was trying to keep the top and bottom straight, but I don't even think that really is going to matter. So just with a napkin, some paint, a Target dollar spot, or if you have a bell from anywhere, I'm thinking Michael's, Hobby Lobby, you can recreate, make something your own, no one else is gonna have. Gotta run. All right, have a good day, Lydia. Thank you for being here. This part's probably gonna take the longest of the entire piece. And make sure you guys get out and vote. Tomorrow's vote day. Who's voted already? Who has already voted? I voted. I voted last Tuesday. You know, it's crazy, like, how early voting is. Oh, how cute. You guys. Cute. Oops. I ripped that. Not to worry. We'll just go right over that. I think I'm going to do the bling. All things are good with bling. And then, when you have your lights on your tree, how cute. It'll be extra shimmery. I'm going to cut right through that piece. I'm going to go all the way down. Should have plenty. This napkin, I believe I got on Etsy. I absolutely love this napkin. Gotta cut it again. I thought I cut off enough. My eyes are deceiving me today. This is a metal bell. The paint dries on it super quick. And I'm hoping that some of those wrinkles will come out when I'm going to rip this part off. Because I really went downhill on that one. Once it dries, I'm hoping some of those wrinkles will come out. And how cute if you get like 3, depending on the size of your tree, 3 or 5 of these big bells. You could even hang them on the end of a staircase. So many options. Put some greenery at the end of a staircase. Put a couple of these in there. Would look good on a mantle, in a tree, on a wreath, on your front porch. Whoops. Scissors are not. I mean, I don't know if this script is backwards, you guys. I don't even know. I'm just trying to line up my horizontals as best as I can. To have somewhat of a seamless look, like it's an ongoing running script all the way around. Oh, how cute. Cute, cute, cute. So now I'm going to dry that so when I put my top layer on, if it's wet, you could tend to rip it, moving that brush around. So I'm going to try and dry that, get some wrinkles out. I wish it was that easy to get wrinkles out. See if anyone caught on to that. I was just trying to be funny this morning. Good morning, Queen Bees, Bits and Bobbles. Thank you for being here. And we're gonna seal it up, add some bowling. And this was solid white. Someone saw it, or heard it, the little laugh over there. Don't we all? Oh, hot, hot, hot. I mean, if it was that easy, right? We'd all be doing that. Honestly, I know I say this a lot, I didn't know what I was doing today when I came on. And I came down, and sometimes if you're not feeling a project, you can tell if you're not feeling doing it. So I gotta look and see what I might have planned to do. I'm like, I don't feel like doing that today. So this guy laying down there, I'm like, yep, this is what I'm gonna do today. I'm going right up over that gold. Some people have that gold turn green. Knock on wood, I have not. And I say that and watch this be the time. But I knew if I put that gold on after my napkin, it was going to bleed up my napkin because I just did that this week. And it bled. But in my defense, I didn't seal the napkin before I put that color highlight of orange gold on. Lord, the words today. So let me get the bottom done. I think I'm just gonna, what do you think? Should I do the ridge on the very bottom in gold? Or should I bring in black from that top? And that's this part right there. Kind of left it undone right now. I don't know. I feel like black might make more sense. Just because there's black on the top. I don't know. My option is leave it as is. I may have to do another coat to touch up my black that went over, or paint the ridge black, or paint it gold. Bonnie says gold. Adorable. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Sybil. Thank you so much, everybody. So far, we got one for gold. I mean, you can't go wrong with gold. I like the idea. Pat likes the idea of black. All right, so we've got one for black, one for gold. This will dry clear. So let's get some heat on this. So one for one. You will have gold ring on the top and bottom. Oh, that's right. I said I was going to do gold on that. I mean, I could do black on that. so I gotta do my bling. That'll be the last thing I do. So we're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna take a tally and see. So is that a vote for gold, Mom? I like to collaborate. I like to work together on my projects. You can see that Mod Podge is dry and clear. You could have went smaller section on your napkin. I felt like it would have been too small. I would have had 2.5 rows of script. Yes, gold. Okay. Ooh, I think we're at 3 gold, 1 black. Stacy just came in hot with her gold selection. And the clapper, I'm probably gonna paint that gold. The clanger on the inside, the clapper. I'm not gonna lie, when you called it clapper, the first thing I thought of was that clapper light where, I don't even know when that came out, probably 20 years ago, where you clapped your hands and you could turn the lights on, clap them again, turn it off. That's what the image that came in my mind was those commercials of that clapper light. But black is my favorite color. You and me both, Stacy. But my daughter tells me that's not a color. Because she asked me, what's your favorite color? I'm like, black, gray. Which doesn't sound very happy, does it? And I go, of course, in white. Like, those are probably my favorite, and is in most of my wardrobe. She goes, that is not a color, Mom. I go, well, sorry. Sorry, my dear. All right. You've got one little spot that's still drying, but that's all right. You've got that script, not too bad. Sections that are dark, you can tell that's where it's overlapped, but I'm fine with that. Now, my other question, I remember, oh, Lord, pink. Yeah, I can't even go there right now. My room growing up was pink on pink on pink. I think that kind of overdid it for me, but you know, that's what I wanted then. No one else's decision, but it was pink carpet, pink walls, my bedspread had pink. It was pink, pink, pink. And not so much anymore. I don't care for. You're a gray and sage. Ooh, that's pretty. Yes, my bathroom off the kitchen is sage. I love that color as well. And my oldest, her nursery, was all in sage. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think it needs, I don't know if I'll go above it or below it. Probably below it, where that, and I can do one more down here. Let me know. Put some hearts if you think I should add bling all the way around. This is going on my tree, so just think when the Christmas lights are on, this is going to be tucked inside. I think it will give it another little extra added sparkle, sparkle. All right. Thank you, everybody. Now I want to go buy some bells. You don't have any bells in your stash? I'm just kidding. Bells are cute, and many things that you can do. Of course, bling. So I cut, this is that Robert Stanley. Get that at the Hoblob. And it is 15 feet, but there is like 6 rows across, I believe. 6 or 5 rows across. It lasts me a long time. So I just cut off one, and now I'm gonna just take my good old lighter here and just singe off, because you know when you cut, you have all of those little threads hanging off. I used to, with my embroidery scissors, cut each one off all the way down until someone mentioned just to take your lighter and you're just going to singe it. So don't keep it in one place too long. Make sure you have water nearby. And make sure I practice safety. I have water nearby. And you're just going to take that, it's going to twist and melt, bend because of the heat, but that's all right. When you glue it on, and we've just singed off all those little, there was 2 prongs off on each side. I think I'm going to use my 3-in-1 because if I used hot glue, one, it's not on, but if I used hot glue, it would raise up, and I just put it in a shot glass upside down while I'm working with it. It's going to be raised up. It would be faster with hot glue for sure. All right, it's too long. Gotta keep my clapper quiet. Let me find where I have a seam. Would probably be best because that could potentially be my back. And we're just going to add that all the way around. Good morning, Nancy. Thank you for being here. Did you guys get a lot of trick-or-treaters? We did not get as much as we used to get years past. Nancy's a couple, probably what, a mile from me. Granted, it was a school night, but I just don't feel like we had as many as we usually do. Yes, over 60. Yeah, my girls handed out candy, but I was listening when kids were coming to the door, and I'd look on the Ring camera on my phone, checking out costumes. But yeah, we did not get anywhere near what we used to get. I don't know if they were doing more of like trunk or treats or... And this 3-in-1 by Beacon, it dries pretty quick and it will be clear. And this is going to hide that edge of my napkin in case it was a little wonky. There we go. We got the top done. Fingers are all glued. I'm going to do one more on that bottom, going right on the inside as opposed to the top, because I want to go over that napkin. That's what I want to disguise. We were only out, that's when ours was. It was 6 to 8. It was 2 hours. And it was a nice night. I thought we would, because we've had snow, we've had rain in the past. I thought for sure, being as good of a weather as we had, that we would have had more. But yeah, 8 o'clock. I'm like, shut the lights off, girls. I think we're done. I think I have enough. I don't have to cut anymore. But if I do, I can always splice. I love this napkin. You could, if you don't have napkins, you have tissue paper that are decorative for like gift wrapping. You guys can use those too. Those work great with decoupage. Try and curve this around. Oh, you guys, I might be Right on the money. Let's see. If not, I might be one short. Pretty close. I was just eyeballing that one. Look at that. I gotta go play the lottery today. I couldn't have done that any more perfect. Today's my lucky day. I might actually cut that one off. So I was one too long. I've used fabric. Oh, absolutely. Fabric would be a great. You could even use decorative papers, newspaper. If you got some newspapers you want to use, get that newsprint. Oh, how cute. All the way around. So that's just a napkin in the middle. We drew and painted our squares, did the top in black. So now on this part and this part, I'm thinking gold. Let's get my painter's tape off because I didn't want this getting into my black paint when I was painting the bottom part. I only got one of these. I wish I had this exact type of bell. I wish I would have bought a couple more. I do have other bells, so I guess they don't have to be matchy-matchy perfect. All right, so let's do maybe this one in black. What do you guys think? Since the top is black, I should probably keep that black going up. So I'm gonna put a bow on there with some greenery. Maybe I'll do black there, and I'm gonna trim that out in gold. That's what I think I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Thank you, Debbie. Let's see. And if I don't like it, it's just paint. I'll change it up. No worries. I'm gonna do half. Blow dry it. And then I'll move my twine. My time. Not too bad for an hour's work. I think, oops, let me pick that up. I think black's gonna be it. All right. So I will have to seal this. Should have just painted it. And I painted the top. So Wednesday, I will be on Craft Round the Clock. I put my schedule up this morning. So that one will be 10:45 is their segment, Eastern. So I will be on with them on Wednesday. And Friday, I tentatively put 11. That might have to change because my daughter, I think, is only, they're going to let me know this week what time the school bus is coming. She has to drive about an hour away for divisions, the swim meet, on Friday. And then the top 16 go back and swim Saturday morning. But I think they're only going 4 hours, which puts her at 12 o'clock. And she wanted me to bring her some food to eat on the bus on the way to the meet. So I might have to go early. I'm thinking maybe 10 o'clock to play it safe. Because, you know, my hours tend to be a little bit longer than an hour. I'm going to put that same gold on the bottom. So that's what I'm waiting to see. They might have sent an email already. I just haven't checked it yet. But stay tuned for that. I don't know what I'm doing yet, of course. I don't tend to know till the last minute. keeps me on my toes. But changing the time from 11, that would be the reason why. Because I have to go take someone food. All right, so I'm just going to hold this down and kind of just get my brush right on that ridge. And I'm just going to move it. When this edge is completely dry, I'm going to take that brown paper out. I'm not going to do it on this live, but I'll take that brown paper out on the inside that's keeping that clapper from making noise, and I'll paint that gold. Because I feel like right now it's painted white. I feel like it needs to be gold. Sorry, you're staring at the top of my head here. Don't point out the gray hairs. I need to get my hair colored. Like, oops. About halfway. I'm just going to do a very simple little bow for the top, just to bring in some color. There we go. I think that it needed the gold on the bottom. Oh, thank you, Nancy. I feel like my hand's shaking. Thank you. I'm just using my table to support my pinky. And I'm just turning the object. But I feel like I'm shaking. But thank you. All right, we got about 1 inch left. So when I post this picture, I will post the picture of the before, since I don't have another one. But oh, how lovely. I love it. I'm going to keep my eye out now. I bet they've changed their style for if they do bells this year. Thank you. Sometimes it just takes, the creativity comes as you might have this, at least me, I have a vision of how I want it to look. But then as I'm creating, I'm like, I might need to change that up a bit. Alright. That gold takes a bit to dry, but the most of it is dry. I'm going to flip that over. Now, I got some greenery. I got this ticking, which was just laying over here in, oh, you know what? I could use this, or I have this here. What do you guys think? I have this velvet ribbon. I could tie that on for a bow. Thank you. You will be wanting to get your deck. Girl, I don't know. Velvet, that's what I'm thinking. I feel like this, though it was here, and I'm like, yeah, I could throw that on there. I feel like it's gonna need the velvet. Though this does scream Christmas, but I think velvet. We're gonna try. Let's try this. You guys know I always get these. This is the Martha Stewart because I like the spool. All right, Nancy says velvet as well. I get these at Target, Michael's, you know, all those places whenever they're out. And then I use the spool to put my sari silks on, anything that I have that I want comes just wrapped up and I want to put it on a spool. Or I've even made ornaments and just decoupage some papers, hymnals around the midsection of the spool. All right. So I'm just like you're tying your shoes. Nothing too big. And this might be just a simple, classy velvet bow. I think that's all I want going on. I originally thought I was gonna grab some berries, some greenery. I think this needs to be toned down a little bit. Hello, Mona. It needs the richness, yes, the richness of the velvet. I agree. Just gonna cut up on an angle, down on an angle. I think that's all she wrote. The clapper I will paint, but not till later. I want this all to dry. Now you can see the black at the top, but here is we started out white. Let's pull that out. That is the entire, it was all white on the outside. We did our thing with the black and the white, and then it's that script napkin, which you guys have seen me use before, and I feel like just the simple velvet bow. And you know what I've been doing is replacing my ornaments. I started last year, instead of using the green hook, metal hook on some of my ornaments, I was going through with ribbons and adding the velvet ribbons on there to put my ornaments on. But there's your project for today. So go out, get some bells. They've got to be all over the place. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, check Target. That's where this came last year. You can find these anywhere. Hopefully you have some in your stash, and maybe I might even look, see if there's things at Dollar Tree that you could make a bell out of. Probably won't be till next week, but I will keep on the lookout. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Mona, for being here. Replay is always available. Thank you. Go have a good rest of your day. It's got that mesh on there, so it probably won't clang too loud. Go have a wonderful rest of your Monday, and I will see you Wednesday and Friday. And go do something that brings you joy today, or joy to someone else. I haven't said that in a while, but someone needed to hear that today. And don't forget to vote. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.